We're now halfway into 2025, and with the amount of stuff that has happened in crypto so far, it's felt like we've been in the trenches for years. With Black Swan event after Black Swan event, I wouldn't blame you if you're a little lost on where exactly we are in this crypto cycle. I mean, we even have Elon Musk and Trump going head to head right now. But don't worry, this video will get you on track, and trust me, you're gonna wanna watch this entire thing and pay attention if you're serious about retiring by the end of this bull run. Let's take a step back for a bit. Sure, although the altcoin market hasn't recovered from the insane highs we saw earlier in the year, Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high of over $111,000 a few weeks ago. The interest in crypto is very clearly still there, and if you have experience in the markets, you'll know that liquidity will eventually trickle down from Bitcoin into large cap alts, which is when we hopefully see the start of the real altcoin season. That's when we'll see Bitcoin dominance start to fall and altcoins will go vertical. Looking at some recent major news, Trump's Truth Social company just filed for a Bitcoin ETF. And it's great to see that the ETF inflows are continuing to grow and grow, meaning more overall money in the crypto market. That's not the only bullish news from the Trump family. Donald Trump Jr. said on CNBC that his family is all in on Bitcoin and crypto because their family was debanked. He's known to be a strong supporter of decentralized finance, so you can bet that we'll continue to see that sector grow under the support of the US government. And finally, if that wasn't bullish enough, the SEC finally dropped its lawsuit on Binance, with the Binance team even thanking Trump and the new SEC chairman, Paul Atkins, for their help in pushing back against the regulations. Alright, and here's where things start to get crazier. You know that altcoins are divided up into sectors or narratives based on the topic. We have things like DeFi, RWA, memes, DePIN, and tons more. But I actually think that GameFi is hands down one of the most underrated and undervalued sectors in crypto right now. And when this space starts gaining momentum, it could absolutely rip. A lot of these gaming projects are trading way below their potential, especially when you look at talent behind them and the major partnerships that they've lined up. So if you've been overlooking the gaming side of crypto, don't stress. I have some solid picks for you. But before we dive in, here's something that always surprises me. 62% of you watching my channel haven't hit that subscribe button yet. So could I ask you for a quick favor? If you enjoy my content and want to support what I do, just tap that subscribe button. It's free and super easy. In return, I promise to keep delivering videos that are even more valuable for your crypto journey. Now, let's get into today's picks. So the first one is Xborg, a project that's making waves in Web3 gaming with its XBG token. Xborg is all about giving gamers a universal ID on the blockchain. Think of it as your digital profile that tracks your stats, achievements, and fan status across games and apps. And the most important part is that you own your data, and zero knowledge proofs keep it private. Privacy and data ownership are one of the hottest topics of this bull run, so Xborg is focusing on the right things. Now, let's talk about XBG and the token at the heart of Xborg. You can use it for in-app purchases, voting on project decisions, or earning staking rewards. There's a very limited supply of only 1 billion tokens out there, and demand is picking up thanks to partnerships with heavy esports hitters like Team Liquid and Evil Geniuses. These teams are using Xborg's FanStack SDK to build custom fan apps, like platforms for exclusive content or rewards, where XBG is the currency for transactions. This SDK makes it easy for brands to create apps fast, driving more XBG usage across the ecosystem. Xborg also plans to launch their very own blockchain this year to handle millions of users, which makes XBG the gas token for the network, boosting its utility. The token itself is built on ETH and launched late last year. But let's jump into the chart. XBG is currently trading at $16 million in market cap. The all-time high was $86 million back in December, which means a 5x gain would get us back there. There was strong momentum in mid-May with the rest of the market, which tells us something. The projects that bounce back the fastest are usually the ones that are most successful when the market actually goes parabolic. And I think XBG is one to watch. It hasn't been through a bull run yet, there's strong utility, and it touches on narratives that are always a market favorite. Not to mention the fact that the team hasn't stopped building and gaining traction. This May, Xborg hit a huge milestone, issuing 1 million credentials, showing people are jumping on board. They ran a 2 million XBG trading competition worth about $150,000, getting traders buzzing on the XBG portal and Swissborg app. Season 9 of their reward program also kicked off, handing out 1 million XBG over 30 days just for pledging. So Xborg is definitely one to watch. There's a lot of commentary on X, and the ecosystem and community are super active. I've put all of the links in the description so you can check it out for yourself. Next up, I'm diving into a project that blends gaming and AI. It's called Arcadia OS. The team behind it reached out to me to sponsor this video and requested my honest take on their work. It's a budding project still in the very early stages, so Arcadia OS carries a significant risk. I'm gonna share my unfiltered review, breaking down the project details and laying out all the risks involved. So Arcadia is a game development engine with AI-powered features. You can create games using text prompts like you can with ChatGPT or Midjourney. The Discover page has examples from basic prototypes to complex projects. Arcadia also helps studios with renders, textures, and sound effects. The platform focuses on Web3 game development, integrating blockchain and AR and VR with developer docs available. But I personally haven't gone through their usability in depth. The team sees Arcadia as a pump.fun for gaming with some additional features. It generates game scenes, mechanics, soundtracks, characters, and full game just from prompts alone. This could simplify development, but scalability and quality control are questions, especially with Web3 gaming giants like Immutable or Ronin out there. Arcadia launched on May 26 with over 100 community games built that day, so there is traction and developer interest there. They've also done a few launch AMAs with updates, so check the recap for details. I'll share the links down below. The launch was a good start, but keeping developers engaged long-term is always a challenge for a project like this. Arcadia's roadmap includes a certified game section where blockchain wallet votes push games to a tier for tokenization, revenue, competitions, and leaderboards. A Telegram API is planned to bring mini games to Telegram's big user base, and AR and VR support is mentioned, but there's no set timelines there. The name of the game for any project in this category is to keep on building while sharing updates widely. The team, with developers, marketers, and community managers, runs daily Discord voice calls for updates and feedback and has a Telegram portal. This openness is a plus, but it's a commitment they need to keep up. Partnerships include TagTag, a play-to-earn app in Indonesia with over 80,000 users, bridging Web 2 and Web 3. They've also partnered with Orbler, a Web 3 marketing platform, Messier M87, a blockchain security protocol, and IQWiki by IQAI for decentralized AI integration. These span tech and gaming, but keep an eye on what they do with these partnerships going forward. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes, the ARCOS token. So it's built on Ethereum and can be traded on Uniswap. It has a market cap of approximately $1.3 million, down from the all-time high of $2.3 million after its late May launch. It's used for credits to create or mint games and for buying, remixing, staking, or fundraising games. Holders get 50% of platform fee revenue and credits based on holdings. The chart follows the trend we typically see with new launches. There's the initial run-up, followed by a sell-off while the project cools down and settles in a trading channel. At the time of this recording, there's over 600 holders. And one of the big risks with a project like this is the fact that it's very small, which means the price and liquidity are extremely sensitive to all trades. When researching a project, one of the most important things to look at is the holder distribution. Are the top wallets holding a significant supply of the tokens? And in this case, the top 5 wallets are holding approximately 28% of the supply, which is quite high. These top wallets include liquidity on Uniswap as well as Team Wallet. But the team has locked the wallets using UNCX lockers. I put the link down below for those of you that would like to look into this yourselves. So to bring it all back, Arcadia OS provides AI-driven tools to ease game creation with active community channels. Its partnerships, roadmap, and launch show effort, but success really depends on execution, along with developer adoption and competing in Web3 gaming. I would like to thank the Arcadia OS team for sponsoring this video, and please remember that none of this is financial advice and that you should do your own research before you decide to engage with the project. The chart can go either way, you know the risks, and the decision is ultimately in your hands. And speaking of decisions, before I move on to the next project, people always hit me up like, Summer, how do I level up my trading game? Spot trading is great for beginners, but futures trading is where serious profits happen. Riding market swings with leverage to maximize gains. My top pick? Margex. It's a powerhouse for futures trading with no KYC, no VPN needed, and global access. You get more than 40 trading pairs like Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana with up to 100x leverage. Fees are low, 0.02% for makers, 0.06% for takers, keeping more money in your pocket. The platform is fast, intuitive, and uses AI-powered MP Shield to block price manipulation. Plus, you can go long or short to make profit in any market. Sign up with my link, deposit up to $10,000, and grab a 20% bonus to cut fees and boost wins. Margex also has a 1,000 USDT event for the first 20 traders, with the prize pool growing $100 per million in volume. I juggle multiple exchange accounts, but Margex is one of my favorite for futures trading. Now, let's get back to project number 3. Now, I've covered this one in a few past videos, and today I'm back with a few updates on Ronin. So Ronin is a gaming-based blockchain built by the team behind ARCOS CA. It launched back in 2022 and, like many other coins, got hit hard when the market crashed. It showed some signs of life in 2023, and by March 2024 it even reached a new all-time high of about $4.50. But since then the price has dropped a bit and it's now trading under 60 cents, which is a market cap of around $390 million. The Ronin chain was made for gaming with super low fees and fast transactions. It hosts games like ARCOS CA, Pixels, and Wild Forest. What's even more insane is that the network can handle up to 40 million transactions a day, so it's built to scale with more games and players. And jumping into some big recent news and partnerships, Ronin partnered up with AI data layer Cookie.fun back in May. You might remember this project from when I covered it in an earlier video, and if you bought some when I first mentioned it in my Discord, then you would be up a good bit. Besides that, the online role-playing game Zverse just joined the Ronin chain, and it looks really fun. Check out this teaser clip.
Behold, Semi, our strange new world.
So overall, Ronin is constantly adding new games and features under their belt, and the team is very clearly dedicated to making their project the #1 blockchain in GameFi. So I can bet that once blockchain gaming picks up, Ronin will absolutely do numbers. Overall, I know GameFi hasn't really had its time to shine like other narratives have so far. Think of things like AI, RWA, and DeFi. But at the end of the day, video games are more popular than ever. We're seeing mainstream crypto adoption happen in front of our eyes. So if you put 2 and 2 together and throw major AAA studios and publishers into the mix, I think it's a recipe for something absolutely massive. That's why I'm bullish on GameFi, but let me know if you disagree with me in the comments below. Are you betting big on a different sector like AI, or maybe you have a little bit of everything? I'm curious to know. And that's all, folks. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to stay in the loop with me. And remember, if you want to get in on these plays earlier, it's definitely worth joining my VIP Discord with the link in the description below. As always, none of what I share is financial advice. It's important to do your own research and only invest what you're willing to lose. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.